Thank you, Elliot. Good afternoon. Bruchim habayim, bruchim hanimtzaim. Welcome back from lunch. I hate to start at this time. I feel like I'm interrupting John Medved's bar mitzvah, but we're going to get back to business. I am so happy to be back in Israel together with my colleague Janet Zagorin, our client service officer, who's a trusted advisor to OurCrowd, and my partner Jeff Levine from New York. Sidley is not a startup. We are a 150-year-old law firm with offices around the world, a trusted advisor to entrepreneurs and to companies large and small. It's our pleasure to be a sponsor of today's 2017 OurCrowd Summit. Frankly, according to John, all you really need to know about me is that I came here as a sponsor and I'm leaving as an investor. My Jewish mother has a different perspective. You should have been a doctor. But enough about me. Let's talk about this morning and this afternoon. Wasn't this morning fantastic? Congratulations to John and the OurCrowd team on a spectacular event. By now, the secret is out. This is the biggest, best conference in the Middle East showcasing Israeli and crowd-funded innovation at its finest. You have heard from and hopefully met from VocalZoom, ZoomCar, everything has a Zoom, Mobileye, Dario, and MetaWare. Did you see those Intel Sports demos? Sports will never be the same. There is no doubt that the world is changing. If you want proof, say this slowly, we are in Israel, and there are 82 countries represented in this room seeing the best technology in the world. The future is here. You are in the right place at the right time to witness that change. The athletic company Nike famously advertised, "Yesterday you said tomorrow." Well, today you are seeing tomorrow and beyond. This afternoon's next two panels take us into the future with experts to guide us, going from seed to billion-dollar company and new ways to invest for a new age. In 2013, Cowboy Ventures partner Aline Lee coined the term unicorns to describe startups that grow to billion-dollar valuations. Our panel, led by author Andy Kessler, will share important secrets to extend the life cycle and growth and talk about the tough decisions that are to be made along the way, hopefully so that one of the OurCrowd companies you've met today might become a unicorn. Lee calculated that only 1 in 1,538 companies actually becomes a unicorn. That's 0.7%. The odds are long. And even though the concept of a unicorn is relatively new, obviously they have existed for decades, usually tied to new eras in technology. I'm thinking Intel in the 60s, Microsoft, Apple, and Oracle, Cisco, Google, Amazon, Facebook, you name the most recent one. I've watched and counseled entrepreneurs and companies firsthand in the boardroom and at the negotiating table as they struggled with a CEO change, a capital raise, a merger, or restructuring. Sometimes, even the pros make mistakes. Remember that Apple itself fired Steve Jobs before rehiring him. In 1997, after Apple rehired Steve Jobs, remember that tech genius Michael Dell famously said that his advice would be that Jobs should shut down Apple and give the cash back to shareholders. Now, I may be a lawyer, but I know he got that one wrong. I think you're in for a fascinating afternoon. But I want to end on a personal note to tell you what I think really captures in my heart what is happening here. When I boarded my flight for Israel a couple of days ago, I received a text, Israeli SMS technology, from a distraught friend. Her 18-month-old daughter had undergone a scan, also Israeli technology, and was diagnosed with a brain tumor, awaiting biopsy results. When I landed the next morning, I went almost straight to the Kotel, the Western Wall, the heart of Jewish faith, actually with some of the people from the OurCrowd group. We said a prayer for healing, and I put a slip of paper in that wall with my prayer on it, my faith reaching up to the heavens. The next day, another text. Thank God the doctor said it was non-malignant and not expected to be fatal. But here's the catch. He expected that she would have this rare disease the rest of her life. Well, I choose not to believe that doctor. He can't possibly know what medical technologies, what innovation, advances, treatments, and cures will be available during that child's lifetime. Instead, I choose to believe my eyes and my ears, what I have seen and heard these last few days and hours. Look around. In this hall, in this country, around the globe, technological innovations spurred by startups are causing miracles to happen, innovation to happen every day. The world is changing, and the future is here. Ladies and gentlemen, I choose to believe, God willing, that the companies we are showing off today, and others like HIL Applied Medical, who I met at the break, scientists and engineers, doctors, investors, and entrepreneurs in this room, in short, the men and women of our crowd here and around the globe, will help create a better future for that little girl, for your children and grandchildren, for you and for me. And we at Sidley look forward to being at your side all the way. Thank you.